Units, on my order!
Hey guys, this is the Prince of Macedon, and I'm doing another commentary battle for the Kingdom expansion, and this is for the Teutonic portion of the expansion. This is a Teutonic Order versus Denmark battle. I'm in command of the Teutonic Order, and G of the Grailknights clan is in command of Denmark. Let's look at my army first. Let's start with the back. Here I got 4 units of Burger Pikemen. You can see their outfits. Very nice. 6 squadrons of the Ritter Bruder. And there's my general right there. Out of the game, all the Total War series, I think these have the best looking outfits in the entire series. Anyways, I have, how many of this? 4 units of the Sword Brethren, and that's my heavy infantry force, basically. And I read in the game description that they come from the Livonian Order. And they actually merge with the Teutonic Order. Anyways, there's my Burger Pikemen again. And on the front ranks I have 4 units of Peasant Archers. And my Knights could care less about these peasants. Like, if they need to, they'll run them over. Anyways, the battle started. Let's look at G's Danish army. On the front ranks he has 2 units of Norse Archers. Just behind them is his infantry. It consists of 4 units of dismounted Huskarls. They got the axes. And next to them are Sami Axemen. There are 3 units of them, and they have the really big axes. And he has, 4 units of dismounted Feudal Knights. And he has 1 more infantry unit back here. It's 1 unit of Viking Raiders. He has 6 units of cavalry. 2 of them are Feudal Knights. And then the other 4 are Huskarls. Alright, so I'm advancing forward here. I'm going to let my peasants engage his Norse archers first. And I'm bringing up my pikemen. By the way, the pikes, from what I can gather, they're not as effective in Medieval 2 as they are in Rome Total War. Anyways, Teutonic Order, this is one of my few favorite factions of the medieval time period. I just love the way they look. Alright, so I'm bringing all my infantry forward here. Let's see how G reacts. Just some movement from his Sami Axemen, and now from the rest of his troops here. I've got my Burger Pikemen in the front. I was expecting him to do like a cavalry charge, but he didn't. Instead he's doing a infantry charge with his Sami Axemen and the rest of his troops. He's got dismounted Feudal Knights coming in, and they kind of outmatch my pikes. Anyways, on the far left, I've got my Sword Brethren going at it with his dismounted Huskarls. Here's a fun fact about the Teutonic Order. They were not allowed to have their own, like, personal coat of arms on their shields. They had to use, like, a standard coat of arms. Alright, here comes the big cavalry fight. It's happening on both wings right now. We're engaged everywhere now. But here's my Ritter Bruder, and they're going at it with his Feudal Knights and Huskarls. Yeah, look at those horns, they're freaking awesome. Anyways, if you took off the helmets of these Ritter Bruder, you'd see that all my guys have beards. For some reason, it was compulsory to have beards if you were a Teutonic Knight. Anyways, let's look at the rest of the infantry fight going on here. His guys are pretty much bashing my infantry apart. I've got my Burgers and my Livonian swordsmen going at it. Actually, they're called the Sword Brethren. And his infantry is way better. He has dismounted Feudal Knights, and it says they're winning. They're pretty much winning everywhere. And I'm pretty much losing this entire fight right now, except for, I guess, for this wing, where it's kind of even. But now that he's brought his infantry into the cavalry fight, my cavalry's going to be losing that fight. Anyways, he detached some Huskarls into my Peasant Archers, but I brought some Ritter Bruder to charge into them. And they have ran away from that fight.
Only half of our force remains.
Yeah, my knights, they weren't very concerned about the peasants. They were more concerned about gaining personal glory on the battlefield. Let's watch this Teutonic charge. Nope, they're not going to charge. Let's watch the decisive factor on this fight, and that's my cavalry wing here. Actually, it's all pretty decisive, but I'm more interested in the cavalry fight. My infantry is getting owned right now, but I want to show you this portion. And I just lost my general. But at least he's fought to his last breath, but that's the way a Teutonic general should fight. And you can see what's going on. My infantry just routed. It's like a mass rout. And his infantry is going after my peasant archers now. And I have this Ritterbrüder squadron back here going against his semi-axemen. That's pretty much the last of my heavy forces still fighting this battle now. The rest of my troops consist of the peasant archers. And here comes some more semi-axemen. It's not looking good for me. Yeah, I've lost this battle. I got owned pretty hard. Like, I didn't even admit defeat. My guys just all routed. Anyway, that was a clear defeat for me. I killed 500 of his men, and I captured 1. And I had 166 men surviving. G of the Grailknights clan killed 613 of my men, and he captured 179 of my men as well. And he had 619 men remaining, and that wasn't even close. That was a good game to G of the Grailknights clan. Hope you guys enjoyed this fight on the Teutonic expansion.